Welcome to Comment Cocktails. I'm your host, Derrick Schommer, and I just was going to put out a separate video today because I didn't want to put it in last week's tapings because it was very chaotic. We had lots of people here. We were busting through cocktails. I really wanted to focus and highlight on both last week's recordings, the stuff that's coming out this week, our tributes to Leonard Nimoy, the fact that we had Doug here, kind of focus a little bit more on that as a highlight. So I want a separate video for this. 3 things on the agenda. Number 1, we'll get this out of the way first. The Common Man Cocktail Bar Mats. That's right. So we got our first mat in. This was a prototype to make sure that, you know, it looks good and feels good, and it has our logo stuff all where I told them to position it, and it looks right and everything's spelled right. Here it is. The other ones should be on their way. I'm going to guess they'll probably be in here by the end of the week. Then all the people who have bought the CMC bar mats, I'll be shipping those out. If I see some really big discrepancies in the shipping costs, I'll refund you some of the shipping, because these, as a prototype, I had to guess on the weight, so I used the weights of our ones we use now, which were much heavier. These aren't as thick, so they're going to be a little lighter. So that's one thing. You can still get these. It's AwesomeDrinks.com/mat. I still have 11 to sell. I bought a couple extra for the set. Second thing, oops, oh, my render's done. Second thing I wanted to say was we at AwesomeDrinks have kind of been put into a Federal Express contest, small business contest, where the winner, the person with the most votes, wins like $25,000. You can vote for us, and you can vote 3 times on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and you can do it every day. So if you want to help us out, get us some votes. That's j.mp/awesomevote. You'll find that at the bottom of the video. I don't think we're going to win, because there's some people who already have like 780 votes, and I've only got like 115, 110. So whatever, I just wanted to, you know, the support, see what we can actually get to, and feel good about it. Last, since I wanted to make this video something more about promoting, I did have a fan submission comment that I thought I want to expand on and get some people's opinions on, because it's not to say that this person is right, wrong, indifferent, whatever, but I'm curious on what other people think of this and the response to it. But Jack Nelson had wrote, no common man, quote, common man, has any of the ingredients that my recipes call for. Then he's requesting more simple cocktails. So when I asked, you know, I expanded on that and figured out, what do you mean? You know, cocktails that don't have bitters, cocktails that don't have things that he can't get. My response to that, and I'd love to hear yours, and don't be like hating on them, because everybody's entitled to their own opinion of what they want. We do have people who are in college and they're like, I want college-based drinks. And here's my thoughts. While we've done a ton of drinks, probably 1,700 drinks, most of those simple ones are intermingled in there if they are simple. There are some that we just don't really do, like the screwdriver. I do plan on eventually doing that into a different project that I'm working on, but that to me is like orange juice and vodka. Maybe we have done it, I don't remember. If we do, we usually do variants or a couple things in there. And I find that it's almost common sense to me to say, here's vodka and here's orange juice. Ah, you're done. To me, a simple drink is cranberry juice, rum, cranberry juice, pineapple juice, bourbon, done. Like, I feel like anybody, when they go to the simple level, they're not even looking at ingredients. They just go, pour some stuff in there, tastes good. Pour some for my college friends. Let's have a party. I just don't roll that way. I find that anybody can do that. My goal is to open the creativity, or at least that's what I think, and make people see all the different potential out there. Look at some of the brands, some of the stuff we do sell, the syrups, like Royal Rose has been selling really well, BG Reynolds has been selling really well, which tells me, and I don't know, they're not all fans, there's people who buy from us, but it tells me there's a demand for craft cocktails using some of these products. And I look at it and go, well, it seems simple, because now you're creating a cocktail that has simple ingredients, these single quotes, stuff like vodka, orange juice, or orgeat, right, from a BG Reynolds orgeat, or Royal Rose rose syrup and gin, and I don't know, a little splash cranberry juice, you know, something like that. It keeps it simple because you're not having to buy tons of expensive liqueurs. You don't need the green chartreuse, the yellow chartreuse, the this, the that, the you know, from a standpoint of floral, maybe a lavender cardamom syrup instead of buying hella bitters, aromatics, cardamom bitters, and some other ingredient, or lavender liqueurs and stuff like that. So I don't know. Do you guys feel that we're in the right direction? And I understand that direction has been more towards the, we've done some historical based cocktails. I'm trying to cover everything that exists out there, plus cover the recipes that users have submitted. My main argument is 90% of our recipes are submitted by you guys. So for somebody to say these aren't common man when they're on common man cocktails being submitted by the fans makes me step back and question, going, okay, then maybe our show isn't as common as I thought, because our fans are submitting it. So we're really rolling and flowing with the audience. And the audience, as we create more classics, will probably be a little bit more classical and create classical recipes. But I look at common man, double quotes, as keeping it casual and laid back. You know what? You don't need to have a suit and tie. You don't have to have crystal glassware and $200 this and whatever. And you don't have to do it in a pretentious manner. We just sit back, relax. My goal is to make it look like you're watching us. You're participating in a party that we're having, sitting at a table, making a drink for the first time. That's kind of how I roll with the common man. Not necessarily that every ingredient we have can be purchased everywhere, because we're an international audience. We have everybody. So one man's cheap rum is another man's expensive rum. Ask somebody that lives in an island how much their rum costs, and it's like $7. Ask somebody in New York, and it's $14. Ask somebody in Norway, and it's $42. What is common, man? What is simple ingredients? Accessibility is different for everybody. So my goal is to say, barring that, let's just make cocktails, and hopefully once a week somebody will hit on something that they have access to make or can purchase, even if it's AwesomeDrinks or local to them. I know Antonin buys bitters, but he buys them locally because it makes more sense than buying them from us. But he does buy other stuff from us. So, if you can get stuff local and cheaper to be able to make the cocktails, that's number one. That's the most important thing. So what do you guys think? Common man style. Where do you fit in? Where do you see the show? You know what? Here's another addition. Where would you like the show to progress in 2015 and 2016? What direction? Party drinks? Classics? Or someplace in between? Or a shotgun approach at everything? Because for me, I see party drinks as a niche that Tipsy Bartender conquers. I see very standard classic drinks, small screen networks, who we're affiliated with, but they have Robert Hess. They have at least 4 or 5 top cocktail makers that work in that area. So I thought we would just kind of fall someplace in the middle. People who like party drinks but also want to appreciate the classics. I want your feedback. Let me know. Last reminder, AwesomeDrinks.com/Matt if you want to invest in these. They should be in soon. So if you're purchasing now, you'll be able to receive them before people who purchased 3 or 4 weeks ago. And I will continue to make them. Now that the mold is done to make the mat, I can produce these things whenever I need. So if I say, hey, send me 10 more, I buy 10 more, I sell them. So it's not a limited time thing. Lastly, j.mp/awesome vote to help vote Awesome Drinks into the FedEx contest. That'll bounce you right over to Federal Express, where you can just click. Alright, we're done. That's it. Tomorrow, it looks like the Live Long and Prosper cocktail should be out. I believe that's the next one. And that is a submission by Doug. If it's not the Live Long and Prosper, then there's another cocktail coming. Alright, that's it. We're teaching you how to drink.